Welcome to Mr. Dark Mysteries, the dark corner of YouTube where secrets and unsolved cases come to life. Here, we delve into the world of enigmas, cold murders, and true crimes. We sift through old cold cases and the latest investigations, leaving no detail unexplored. Get ready for a journey through the dark sides of our world, where secrets wait to be uncovered. Subscribe now and join us in revealing the secrets lurking in the darkness. And don't miss a moment of this journey through the shadows. Today, we focus on a case that has captivated the internet, sparked discussions and theories, and still raises questions about the boundaries between reality, mental health, and the supernatural. We delve into the mysterious and tragic story of Elisa Lam, a young student whose disappearance and death at the Cecil Hotel became a global sensation. Her case is soaked with bizarre twists, heart-wrenching moments, and a series of unanswered questions that have piqued curiosity and led to countless theories. Elisa Lam, born on April 30, 1991, in Vancouver, Canada, was more than just the main character in a tragic and unsolved case. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a student with dreams, ambitions, and a love for life that made her unique. Growing up in a close-knit family of Hong Kong immigrants, Elisa showed an early profound interest in fashion and art, coupled with a curiosity about the world around her. Elisa did not fit into one category. She was both introspective and adventurous, sharing her thoughts and experiences on her blog and social media. Her posts revealed a young woman struggling with depression and bipolar disorder, but also determined to embrace life fully despite these challenges. In January 2013, Elisa embarked on a solo journey through California, an adventure meant as an escape and a chance to explore her independence. She visited San Diego and had plans to go to Santa Cruz, but it was in Los Angeles, at the notorious Cecil Hotel, where her journey took a sinister turn. Her communication with friends and family was frequent until her messages abruptly stopped in February. This was unusual for Elisa, whose digital footprint until then had been a vibrant reflection of her journey and experiences. Her last posts, mixed with everyday observations and deep reflections, gave no indication of the tragedy that would unfold. The Cecil Hotel, opened in 1927 in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, was designed as a destination for business travelers and tourists. However, the Great Depression had a devastating impact on its operations and surroundings, causing both the hotel and its neighborhood to deteriorate. Over the years, the Cecil transformed from a prestigious place to a haven for transients, a hotbed for criminal activities, and a site often associated with tragedy. The history of the Cecil is littered with stories of suicides, murders, and unresolved cases, giving it a sinister reputation. Over time, the hotel became a sort of macabre beacon, with some even calling it the suicide due to the high number of registered suicides. The dark aura surrounding the Cecil Hotel was intensified by the notorious guests who stayed there, including serial killers like Richard Ramirez, nicknamed the Night Stalker, who resided in the hotel in the 1980s while committing a series of gruesome murders. The hotel also served as a temporary home for other infamous figures, thus earning a sort of grim fame. In the years leading up to Elisa Lam's disappearance, the Cecil had attempted to refurbish its image through renovations and a name change to stay on main. Despite these efforts, the hotel's ominous history continued to attract and repel visitors, and it served as a foreboding backdrop for the mysterious case of Elisa Lam. When Elisa checked in January 2013, she may not have been fully aware of the hotel's complete history, but her choice to stay there, knowingly or unknowingly, placed her at the center of a new tragedy that would add to the already dark legend of the Cecil Hotel. Elisa Lam arrived in Los Angeles on January 26, 2013, and checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 28. Her plan was to spend a few days in LA before continuing her journey along the California coast. She was initially placed in a shared room, but after complaints from roommates about her strange behavior, she was moved to a private room. In the following days, Elisa explored Los Angeles, as seen in the photos and messages she shared on social media. On January 31, the day she disappeared, her family lost all contact with her. She had promised to check in daily, and her sudden silence caused immediate concern. The last known images of Elisa were captured by a hotel security camera. The disturbing video footage showed Elisa in an elevator, behaving strangely. She pressed multiple buttons, appeared to talk to someone out of sight, and made hand gestures in the air. These images would go viral worldwide and lead to numerous theories about her disappearance. The search for Elisa began on February 1, when her family contacted the police. The hotel and surrounding areas were searched, but to no avail. Flyers were distributed, and the media picked up the story, but Elisa remained missing. This section covers the lead-up to and the details surrounding the disappearance of Elisa Lam, a period filled with both everyday moments and profound unease. In the next parts, we'll dive deeper into the investigation, the discovery of her body, and the theories that continue to circulate around the case. Following the disappearance of Elisa Lam on January 31, 2013, the Los Angeles Police Department launched an extensive search and investigation. Elisa's mysterious behavior, captured on the hotel's security footage, became the focal point of a case that quickly attracted international attention. The investigation into her disappearance became one of the most complicated and followed cases in the city's recent history. In the first days after her disappearance, the LAPD took the case seriously. They searched the hotel with sniffer dogs, in Elisa's room, on the roof, and in all public areas, but found no trace of her presence. The police also investigated Elisa's social media accounts and blog, hoping to find clues that could indicate her whereabouts or mental state. Elisa's story captivated the public, both locally and internationally. Volunteers organized their own searches and shared information via social media in an attempt to help solve the case. The hotel became a sort of pilgrimage site for amateur detectives and those interested, although this sometimes complicated the official investigative efforts. The security video from the elevator became a crucial piece of evidence and the most puzzling element of the case. Experts and laypeople obsessively analyzed the footage, searching for hidden clues about Elisa's state and intentions. Her behavior in the video was widely interpreted, ranging from theories about mental illness to suspicions of foul play by others. The investigation faced significant challenges. The Cecil Hotel had a long and murky history, and the police had to consider the possibility that Elisa could have been the victim of a crime. Moreover, the scale of the hotel, with its many rooms and stories, was a huge obstacle for the search. Another issue was the enormous amount of media and public attention, leading to an abundance of tips and theories that needed to be investigated, but often led nowhere. This put pressure on the police and spread their resources thin across multiple potential leads. As days passed without any sign of Elisa, both the authorities and the public began to realize that the case might not be solved using conventional investigative methods. The discovery of Elisa's body, weeks later, would only raise more questions, deepen the complexity of the investigation, and lead to speculation that continues to this day. The discovery of Elisa Lam's body on February 19, 2013, was shocking. After nearly 3 weeks of uncertainty and intensive searches, the unthinkable became reality. The mystery surrounding her disappearance took a sinister turn when maintenance workers at the Cecil Hotel found her body in one of the water tanks on the hotel's roof. Following complaints from hotel guests about low water pressure and a strange taste in the water, the discovery was made during a routine check of the water tanks, prompted by ongoing complaints from guests. The access to the hotel's roof was secured with an alarm, raising questions about how Elisa could have accessed the roof and ended up in the tank. The lid of the tank, heavy enough to raise questions about the possibility of her getting into it herself, was found next to the open tank. The news of the discovery spread quickly and caused a wave of shock and dismay, both locally and internationally. Questions about the safety of the hotel and the competence of the investigative team were loudly raised. The Cecil Hotel, already shrouded in a dark history, found itself at the center of a tragedy that raised questions about its future and reputation. The finding of Elisa's body led to a new investigation, this time focusing on how and why she ended up in the water tank. The autopsy report concluded her death was accidental, with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. Yet doubts remained, fueled by the bizarre behavior captured on the security footage and the strange circumstances of her discovery. The public response was mixed and intense. Some accepted the investigation's conclusions, while others speculated about dark theories, ranging from murder to supernatural influences. Online detectives and interested parties delved into every detail of the case, leading to a tangle of theories that further muddled the truth. The tragic death of Elisa remains a source of fascination and speculation. The combination of unresolved questions, the haunting elevator footage, and the macabre discovery of her body in the water tank has led to a legend that continues to haunt both the Cecil Hotel and the city of Los Angeles. The immediate impact of the discovery was significant. The Cecil Hotel faced severe backlash over concerns about safety and security. Elisa Lam's family confronted their worst nightmare, a tragedy amplified by the relentless attention and speculation of the media and the public. And for the community of online sleuths and those interested in unsolved mysteries, Elisa Lam's case became an obsession, a puzzle many attempted to solve, but ultimately raised more questions than it answered. Following the tragic discovery of Elisa Lam in a water tank on the roof of the Cecil Hotel, the internet exploded with theories and speculations. These theories range from the plausible to the supernatural, each with its own group of followers and skeptics. The enigmatic elements of her case, such as the bizarre elevator video and the strange circumstances of her death, have contributed to endless fascination and investigation by amateur detectives and enthusiasts around the world. Theory 1. Murder. One of the most discussed theories is that Elisa Lam was a victim of murder. Proponents of this theory point to the seemingly impossible access to the roof and water tanks, suggesting that someone with knowledge of the hotel must have brought her there. Critics of the murder theory, however, point to the lack of physical evidence indicating violence or the involvement of a third party, as confirmed by the autopsy report. Theory 2. Mental illness. Another widely discussed theory is that Elisa's bipolar disorder played a crucial role in her death. According to this theory, a psychiatric episode could have led to her strange behavior in the elevator and her ultimate decision to access the roof and climb into the water tank. While this theory is supported by the autopsy report and the known history of her mental health, some remain skeptical about the possibility that she could independently open and enter the tank. Theory 3. Supernatural influences. Given the history of the Cecil Hotel, with its dark reputation and links to previous crimes and deaths, some have speculated about supernatural influences. This theory is often fueled by Elisa's strange behaviors in the elevator video, which some interpret as interaction with an invisible presence. Experts and skeptics dismiss such theories as unfounded and not based on any tangible evidence. Theory 4. Accident. The official conclusion of the authorities, supported by the autopsy report, is that Elisa Lam's death was a tragic accident, possibly influenced by her mental health. This theory suggests that Elisa, in a confused or psychotic state, accessed the roof, opened the water tank, and fell in, after which she was unable to get out. Despite the support from official entities, questions remain about how she accessed the locked roof and moved the heavy lid of the water tank. The diversity and persistence of theories around the death of Elisa Lam underscore the complexity and mysterious nature of her case. The lack of definitive answers and the many unanswered questions have led to a cultural phenomenon, with the case remaining a source of endless fascination and speculation. What truly happened to Elisa Lam in the days leading up to her death remains a mystery to this day, fodder for psychologists, criminologists, and lovers of true crime stories worldwide. The death of Elisa Lam and the subsequent media attention had a profound impact on many aspects of society, ranging from the immediate community around the Cecil Hotel to the global online community captivated by her story. The aftermath of this tragedy revealed both the dark sides of human curiosity and the need for empathy and understanding in the face of unexplainable tragedy. For Elisa Lam's family, the discovery of her death was a devastating blow. Their struggle with loss was amplified by intense public and media attention, placing their grieving process under a magnifying glass. They chose to stay largely out of the spotlight, a request for privacy that was largely respected by the case's interested community. Their ordeal is a reminder of the human cost of such tragedies and the lasting impact on those left behind. The Cecil Hotel could not escape the shadow cast by Elisa Lam's case. Her death led to questions about the safety and security of the hotel, especially how someone could unnoticed access the roof and the water tanks. In response, the hotel revised and strengthened its security measures, including better access control to sensitive areas and increased monitoring of the entire property. Despite these changes, the hotel remains synonymous with Elisa's tragic death for many. Elisa Lam's case also had a significant impact on the broader community, both locally in Los Angeles and online. For the local community, it raised questions about safety, mental health care, and the responsibilities of hotel operators. Online, it sparked an explosion of interest in true crime and amateur detective work, but also highlighted the need for ethical considerations in how such cases are discussed and investigated by the public. Elisa Lam's case challenges us to reflect on our own role and responsibilities as consumers of true crime stories. It reminds us to remain critical and empathetic, to respect the humanity of those involved, and to be aware of the impact our interest can have on those closest to the tragedy. As we conclude this video, the story of Elisa Lam remains a powerful example of the unfathomable depths of human mysteries. Her story compels us to reflect on the nature of our fascination with the unknown and the unexplainable, and reminds us to always respect the humanity and dignity of those we investigate. Thank you to everyone who has watched. Don't forget to give this video a like and hit the subscribe button. Stay curious, stay critical, but never forget the importance of empathy and respect in the quest for truth. Until next time, in a new video from Mr. Dark Mysteries.